Hello everyone, thank you for joining me. This is M from M & Tails Outdoors. I'm in my garage, winter weather, didn't get a chance to go out to the woods this weekend, so I thought I'd stay in, work on something project-wise or for summer project planning. I haven't announced it yet, but we are building a small trapper's cabin this summer and I needed a generator. Did some shopping, did some looking, and I opted for a Champion 2000 watt inverter. Weighs, I don't know, 50 pounds they claim. It feels like it's 50 pounds. At work I've used Hondas. Our fire department has Hondas, and at work we use a little Honda 2000 watt inverter, really nice generator. My problem with them is cost. This for 450 bucks, I think, and I'll leave a link in the description underneath, but you know, it was a really good deal off Amazon. I ordered it, got it in 2 days. I haven't done anything with it yet, so I thought I would try it today, run it. I'm going to put the oil in it. They send 10W30, standard motor oil they claim. I plan on using Quaker State, but I'll break it in with this. It's got a 5-hour break-in cycle, so for 5 hours it's got to run, and you know, not necessarily continuously, but for 5 hours, and then we can change the oil, and then I can put regular oil in it. I don't really know if this is actually break-in oil, but I don't know. It seems like it was nice that they sent it along anyway, so it should be the right stuff. So that's pretty much what I got going on here. It came with oil, and then a little bag of accessories, which is pretty nice. They got a funnel, I'm assuming for the oil or the gas. I did put gas in it already. It holds just under a gallon. They claim 6 hours runtime at whatever load, you know, which for me is fine. I will use it eventually. I'm going to use it for building, of course, running a circle saw probably, and then also I've got a Warren pull-saw winch to winch my logs around with, because I can't winch them around by hand always, and there's really no way to get in there. It's going to be off-grid cabin. So you got a funnel, you got a 12 volt alligator lead plug-in setup, and of course that plugs in down here. That's a charger regular 12 volt battery, car battery, deep cycle, whatever. It's got two 110 plug-ins. It's got other, you know, breakers, and I am not sure what all this is for. Some of it, well, I'll have to read the book again. I didn't read it completely. It does have a separate ground, so you can ground it, earth ground it, if you're going to wire them up in parallel, because I believe they call these stackable. So you get another one, you put it right on top, and then you'd have 4,000 watt. Really, you're 1,700 watt. Now, I don't remember what the Hondas are. Maybe they're 2018. I don't know, but none of them actually run at the highest level that they advertise. It's always 2,000 watt startup and then continuous operation. So we'll see it. Hopefully it'll work out fine. But yeah, they give you a plug wrench. They got a large book. It has good directions in it. Like I said, the first 5 hours your oil change. Your first oil after that, 50 hours I think. So if I change it, if I run it now before we go out and start our building project, then in 50 hours I hopefully will have enough runtime before I have to bring it out of the woods and change it again. Although a guy could change it while you're out too. It's not that complicated. And I'll show you. I have to put oil in it, so I'll show you what we got. So basically, that's your front control panels. Your on, off, your fuel on, engine on, startup, give it a pull. Here's your choke, econ mode, and all that. So the back is right here, and I took the bolts out already. Actually, they're just little screws, little Phillips screws like that. There's 4 of them come out. You pop the lid off. You can see everything here. I'll tip it up. And spark plug's up here. There's an access hole for the spark plug. It's just a a grommet, you know. So that's for the spark plug. You can see the plug right here. Of course, here's your coils, your inverter, and all that's over there. You wouldn't want to deal with this when it's running. And here's your drain plug and oil fill. So it's nice, pretty nice setup. You can tip it up, no problem. They give you, it takes less than a quart. It's point. You got a little dipstick, and it's less than a quart. I don't know if it says. I thought it's at 0.8 quarts. And of course, they had a liter, but oh, I'm sorry. This is 0.4 liters. It's 13.52 fluid ounces. So yeah, it's quite a waste. It doesn't take much oil, so it has an oil level gauge, or a level sensor, I should say, and of course that'll sense, you know, if you're tipped too much, it won't run, and of course if you run out of oil, if it's leaking oil or burning oil, but hopefully I don't have to worry about that for a while. So put a little thing in there, tip it, and pour oil in. It says regular 10W30 motor oil. Save that oil bottle, well, basically because it's the right amount. So, according to the directions, and that way I'll fill it with Quaker State. What I normally use, it goes in my Jeep Wrangler, 10W30 Quaker, and that'll be fine for the generator. So that's a win-win there. We'll set that aside. We'll use that later. We can put our cover back on. Goes on. It's got a little notch, lines up. Get the bolts. Very good. Alright. There. So, I got that. Now we'll try to start this bad boy up. First time, so we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I haven't started it yet. Turn it around. Now, just like a Honda, maybe a Yamaha too, I don't know. It's got a vented cap. It's a pretty nice cap. There's a filter in here. This is a vent with a spring and a retainer. You flip it to on. It's not, you can hardly see it, but if you look, you can see on and off. That'll be fine for that. Then here's the economy. Okay, we'll go off economy. There's the engine switch. Fuel is on. Alright, here we go. Let's see what she runs. Didn't like it when it's too cold. Obviously at full power, it takes juice to make juice, so it makes a little more noise. But anyway, I'm going to shut it off for now. There. So far I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, it started on the very first pull. I did notice you want to warm it up before you start drawing on it hard or anything, making it work. But man, it seems to work nice. So now my plan is, and I won't bother you with that, but I will run this sucker for about 5 hours. You know, probably 1 tank of fuel, and then I'll change the oil in it, and I'll show you how to do that. And then it should be ready. If it goes that long, there should be no maintenance issues beyond that, at least in this short term. And like I said, I got to carry it. I got to carry it a 1/4 mile. It weighs, you know, 50 pounds, probably with fuel, so it'll be a good carry. But once it's in, it's in, and we'll leave it on site and for our building project. So, all right, we'll see you later when we're done running the test and when we change oil, and I'll have my final impressions. So, thank you.